Okay, it's Saturday, July 14th. We found our fuel injection donor car, a 1988 Loyal, well, GL four-wheel drive. So we're going to get some parts off this. We're being a little quick. You're not supposed to have cameras in the junkyard here, so we're just doing this where they don't catch us. We're going to pull some parts off here, and we'll come back and show you some of the pile as we accumulate it.
Go.
Got it. Okay. All right. We've been unhooking stuff here. We've pretty much got harnesses ready to. We may have to take the front fender off, get these harnesses out, and go into the car. A majority of these harnesses we're probably not going to use. We'll end up throwing them away. But we kind of have to go wire by wire and strip them out, and because a lot of the harnesses have one thing in them that we do need, where the rest of it's just going to be discarded. But I've said it before on some of the other videos. I'm going to say it again. When you're at the junkyard, just try to destroy as little as possible. Think about the next guy that's coming through behind you, so we kind of, as camera girl wrote a test, I've been disassembling the car. I haven't really wrecked anything, so camera girl's very shy. You won't hear her say a word. She's just nodding intelligently. So, but that's okay. So we'll continue along. We've already got the coil with the igniter that we need. So we've got that. I'm going to leave the air box. I'm just going to take the mass airflow sensor. I can either do a cone type air filter on the end of that, or if we need the airflow box, I'll just come back and get it. These cars, they don't sell any catalytic converters anymore, so the front pipe with converter in it, of course, they've cut them off and they get rid of them. So we don't have an oxygen sensor. I probably would get a new one of those anyways. They're not that expensive. So we're just kind of working away. This should be, I should just take some bolts out, and it should be ready to come off. The one thing that we're doing with this as we go along here is, when we get all done, I want this still, it will be emissions compliant. We do have emissions testing here. I could register the car, license it as what they call a classic rod in Nevada, and that bypass a little extra fee, but it bypasses the emissions testing. But I would like to have it emissions compliant. It's going to be a regular driving car, so I want it to be as correct as possible. So I'm getting all that stuff. That's why I'm going to get the canister with this. I'm getting all the EGR stuff and everything that goes along with that. So coming along here, making some progress. We'll pull a few more things off and we'll be back. Okay. So we've got our front wiring out of this unhooked. We have our computer. We have everything that we need out here under the hood. Not taking the air box. So the only thing left is to go into the car and get the fuel pump. So it's like 1,000,000 degrees out here today, or boiling in the Nevada desert. Hot. So we'll go get our fuel pump, and I think that's going to be about it for this project. So camera girl and I will be back in a few. Okay, so here we are, back at the garage. Hot, tired, sweaty, dirty, All that, I have no parts. We went through and pulled everything that we needed. Had a whole wheelbarrow load of stuff. Went up to the counter, to the pay window. That's where the problem started. Basically, they went through and they don't sell an intake manifold assembly. They sell a bare manifold, and you have to pay for all the other components on it individually. So, okay, so they're looking at this and looking it over, and they're itemizing everything. And I stopped them at $377, and I said, you know, this is kind of crazy, because there's still more stuff you have to put in here, and you know, usually if I look around hard enough, I could find a whole entire car for $500. And they said, well, no, it's just kind of the way it is, and this is the way we do it. So it's like, okay, well, then I'm going to reformulate my plan, and you can keep all your stuff. So we kind of left everything that we pulled there and came on home. So I guess I'm on the lookout for a donor car for this project, because they can. The older cars like that, they come up periodically. You know, you find them around with issues or rust or stuff like that, and you can buy them for $500–600, a running car. And you know, I think I'm just going to do that, strip everything off that I want, you know, and scrap out the carcass and sell it that way. It just makes more sense to me. I don't know, these salvage yards around here, you know, it's gotten, I was expecting to pay, you know, $250, maybe even $300 for everything that I had, and I was okay with that. And but I mean, if I'd let her keep going, it would have been $500–600, and that's just crazy. So we stopped that, and we'll look for a donor, see what we can find. And until then, I guess we'll do some other stuff on the car. I've got some seats that I want to put in it. I'm going to make some brackets for those and put those in. I want to relocate we're going to eliminate the back seat out of the car. The seat is just in tattered ruins, and it's one of those things where I don't even understand really why there's a back seat in these cars, because it's not big enough for an actual person to sit in. So we're just going to eliminate it and make kind of like a little flat open back out of it. I've got some extra carpeting and stuff to make it look halfway decent. I think I'm going to relocate the battery back there, because where the battery is up front now is basically where my air intake will be for the fuel injection. So I guess we'll work on little stuff like that. One of the other things I think I'm going to see if I can find is this car that I have is a 4-speed dual range 4-wheel drive. And I think as long as I'm going to try to find a donor car, I'm going to try to see if I can find one that has a 5-speed dual range 4-wheel drive. And while we're at it, we'll convert that over too. We'll put a 5-speed in it, take the 4-speed out. So we're going to do that. And one of the other things I'm going to do is we're going to take all the 2 hubs off in the front, 2 drums off in the back. They're a 13-inch wheel on it now. That's 4-lug by 140 millimeter. It's a very odd pattern. Early Subarus used the 4140, and Peugeot used the 4140. So their wheels are kind of, you know, you don't have any aftermarket wheels or anything to select from. You can find some used, you know, OEM wheels. So that's about it. But the problem is 13-inch tires now are getting pretty hard to find. And when you do find them, you don't have much of a selection anymore. So I think we're going to re-drill our hubs for a different bolt pattern. Probably we'll go 6-lug like GM truck, or Toyota 6-lug, something like that. And we'll find maybe some 15-inch wheels that we can put on it. And because we can find a heck of a lot more 15-inch tires than we can 13s. So I think we'll be okay with that. I'll try to match them as close as I can to the size and width of the original tires. And we'll take and we'll crank up the built-in factory adjusters all the way. We'll raise the ride height to the top, and we'll do that. So I guess we'll kind of work on that while we're waiting for other stuff. I'm not sure how long it'll be for our valves to get here, and we can put our heads together. So kind of in a holding pattern for a little bit. Kind of a waste of a couple of hours time today, but like I say, it just didn't make any sense to me to do that. So I guess tomorrow night, Mumble, be there, be square. Mumble's where it's at. You know, get yourself set up. 265 Chevy, this is the guy. You know, thank him for doing that. You can PM him, he can help you. Or once again, WTBM 123. He's got a video up on his channel. It walks you right through the whole setting it up process. Very easy, no problem. So like I say, check it out. It's a good time. It's tomorrow night, about 8 o'clock Central Time. So we'll either talk to you then or till the next video. Till then, I guess, see ya.